Why hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I'm Random Ross and today I'm continuing my Evil Dead reviews with Army of Darkness. So, again, written and directed by Sam Rami with our regular Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams, where not too long after the events of the second film, Ash is in the Middle Ages and basically, has to convince a kingdom to help him fight the Deadites that unleash an army of evil. And also Ash is, duplicated in this with a scene with his reflections shattered with a shattered mirror, and he forms himself into evil Ash. And basically, Ash does a few, hacks and that, upgrades with his, with some modern machinery in the past, and manages to lead this kingdom in a fight against the Army of Darkness, the Deadites. And at the end, he's offered the chance to be king of that kingdom, but turns it down because he feels that he's happy with his life back in the present day, where he works in a department store as a shopping assistant, a clerk, and feels that that's king enough for him. Of course, there is an alternate ending where he does go into a deep sleep but wakes up too late to find the Earth in a post-apocalypse. But that ending they didn't go with, they just went with the ending where he goes back into his time by going into a sleeping spell or something, or he gets back to the present. So what did I like about this one? Well, I liked that at this point, The Evil Dead, I think, was a classic at that point, because this film came out 11 years later after the first film and 5 years after the second film. And, we got a better quality of picture, better cinematography, probably a bit of a better budget, but still B-movie styled. And, we got, this was horror, but I also liked that it had a mix of fantasy action in there too. And we still got the comedy as well in there. I think the effects were slightly better and improved. We got some more good, interesting character developments here and there from supporting characters. I also liked the character of Evil Ash, who managed to double himself and become his own evil being. And, the whole Book of the Dead again, the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, where I know for sure they definitely used that name for it in that book. And the book would go on to make a cameo a year later in Jason Goes to Hell the Final Friday. Yeah, because they just do. Little Easter eggs here and there for horror lovers. And I thought this was a cool sequel. I mean, yeah, it's a bit cheesy in bits, it's a bit tacky, it's not perfect, but hey, I don't care. It's a fun film which I enjoy. Ash even manages to get a night gauntlet and stuff and make a robotic hand, so he doesn't have to always wear the chainsaw hand. And he also pimps his ride out to use against the fight as well. And also some of the comedic moments and comic relief from the medieval people in those Middle Ages not understanding his science and mistaking it for mystical magic. But you know what, I enjoy watching this one. It's a B-movie, but it's one of those that I just really love. And is it as good as the first two? No. I don't think it is as good as the first two. It's very toned down as well. It's not as splattery or as gory as the previous two films, but it still does, a good job in the horrors. And again, I like that it's got some medieval fantasy in there too. Because, I mean, it was... I don't know how it worked for me, how it went from like a serious gory horror to a, comedy splatterfest to a medieval fantasy action horror, but it just worked. It worked, and of course this would be the last time Bruce Campbell would play Ash on screen for at least 20 years. Before he makes his post-credit cameo in the Evil Dead 2013 requel. See, I don't think of that as a remake, I think of it as like a sort of requel, but we'll get to that. Right now we're just going on with the original trilogy. But again, I thought they had some good makeup effects, some good special effects as well as, you know, like I say, I think the budget was a bit more upped for this one. I will be honest, I didn't get the same vibe I did from the first two with this one, but still, it's a fun one. I mean, you know, it's like, I think this one was distributed by Universal or something. But yeah, it was a good way to conclude the original trilogy. And for a long while, we didn't have any installments for this, you know, series till the 2013 one came along. But yeah, and again, this would not be the last time we see Ash, because we all know that he came back in the TV series Ash vs Evil Dead, which again we'll get to. But right now we're focusing on Army of Darkness. So, is this something to take seriously? No, it's not, but it's still a fun one, and I do enjoy it a lot. So, yeah. Ratings. You know what? I'll give it, you know, 3.5 stabs out of 5. 3.5. So by no means is it a terrible movie or bad or anything, but yeah. In fact, you know what? I'm going to change my 3.5 stabs to 4 stabs out of 5. 4 stabs out of 5 for Army of Darkness. So there you go. There is my review on that one. Have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the official Random Horror YouTube channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a Revolting review on Army of Darkness. So until next time, don't have nightmares.